Hi, I'm Sam Painter. I want to talk to you about conducting business in Japan. My purpose today is explain why we're expanding Japan and also to enlighten you on the Japanese business culture. This includes their social customs, their service-oriented business model, and also communication in a business setting. So first, why Japan? American businesses are turning west towards Japan in increasing numbers. Statistics show that there's wealth and also growth there. In 2012, the U.S. exports of private commercial services to Japan were 55% greater than in 2002. So that right there shows a 55% increase in just 10 years. There are $204 billion in total trade in 2013 between these two countries. And also Japan is the U.S.'s fourth largest good export market, and that's just for 2013. So the social customs of Japan, they're very different than those in the Western world. The two main subtopics I'll be discussing today are how to dress for success and social behavior. So dress for success, I'll cover men first. Men should always wear suits for all business-related engagements, preferably a darker color, a dark charcoal, a black maybe in the winter time and fall time, and then when spring and summer roll around, you can wear a lighter gray. Never wear a black suit and a white tie with a black suit, a white shirt, and a black tie because that denotes a funeral. Also, men, the footwear is very important. I know in the Western world, slip-ons are deemed less formal than shoes with ties, but since you'll be taking your shoes on and off very frequently, it's important to do that quickly, so slip-ons are recommended. For women, there should be few accessories worn. There shouldn't be large necklaces or bracelets. Minimalistic would be the way to go. And then wear pants instead of skirts. When women wear pants in Japan, it offends the Japanese. So women should err on the side of caution and always wear skirts. And then the social behavior. Limit your hand movements and facial expressions. The Japanese don't like to talk with their hands, and they also have very few facial expressions, so doing so would put off your host or maybe offend someone. Smiles don't always mean joy in Japan either. If someone were to smile in Japan, they might not be happy. They might just be uncomfortable or any other emotion. So don't take a smile as joy. Also, drinking is a part of business in Japan. You'll be taken out, you'll be entertained, probably to some sort of karaoke bar. While there, never pour your own drink. Always allow someone else to do it for you. And then the host will pay for your drink and probably order for you. Do not decline, as that could be disrespectful, but allow them to do that for you. Alright, next on our agenda is the service-oriented business model. The customer is always right in Japan. They always strive to make your experience the best. The two subtopics we'll be talking about is catering to the customer and how yes means no. So catering to the customer, the Japanese, as I previously stated, puts the customer on a pedestal. Westerners take this as politeness and it's something extra. However, in Japan, it's expected. In Japan, tipping isn't required because people go above and beyond as part of their job, not because they want to. So unlike in the Western world, if you were to tip someone for doing something extra, you might not in Japan. So yes means no in Japan. What I mean is Japan has a high context culture. Nonverbal communication is very important to understand, and it's very important to catch on to this nonverbal communication. Otherwise, you could embarrass yourself or offend someone. As Westerners, we're very direct. We're in low context cultures. We're not afraid to say no. But in Japan, they are. They will not directly decline someone, but rather might just agree to it, but then send you nonverbal communication and clues that they don't really agree to it. So it's better to err on the side of caution. Maybe check with someone else familiar with the culture or someone else that was there to whether a yes really does mean yes. So next up, and lastly, is communication in a business setting. Though the contents of meetings may be the same as in the Western world, the way to get there is different in Japan. So the two subtopics that I'll be covering are business cards and business meetings. So business cards. Business cards are necessary in Japan. You will be passing them out liberally. Everyone should get one in the meeting. It would be offensive if someone were to not. Make sure that you receive and treat business cards with the utmost respect. When you receive a business card, receive it with two hands, and that also goes for giving it to someone. When you receive the business card, don't directly put it away. Don't put it in your pocket. Study it. Look at it. This is a sign of respect. And then when you're presenting the Japanese business card, make sure you present it facing the recipient as to show respect and allow them to read it after they pick it up. And then business meetings in Japan. Be punctual. Arriving early is actually preferred. You should probably arrive 10 minutes early to every meeting, and then adjust that time, make it longer for how important the executive of your meeting is. Many run on a tight schedule in Japan, so plan accordingly. You can do this by having an agenda for your presentation. So if a presentation is supposed to end at 4 p.m., the Japanese will expect for it to end at 4 p.m. because more than likely they will have something else to do. While in a meeting, take notes to be respectful. This shows that you're interested, and also could probably help you later on. And then when you walk into the business meeting room, wait to be seated. It's customary. It would be rude and offensive if you were to simply seat yourself. The seating of the room is very important. And so our conclusion. Japanese culture varies greatly from the Western world. You need to carefully consider their social customs and your attire. They have a customer-oriented business model as to make sure that you have the best experience ever, but that can be a downside because they will refuse to decline you. So you need to read into their nonverbal cues and understand that this is a high context culture. Also make sure you have business cards when you travel to Japan. You'll be passing them out very frequently, and it's a large part. You can't start a meeting without having business cards. Thank you.